Ugh. Ugh. Not. Mm. What do I got here? Road seems slippery. I suggest work from home today. No shit. Fuck. I should take my pole down. I'm gonna play. Singaline. Am I pronouncing that right? I never know. I assume it's lean. Could be Latin. How you doing? Lean? Lene? I don't know what I'm doing for this morning. So how much in crisis are you about life? I don't know if I would call it a crisis, but yesterday was interesting, to say the least. I spent a lot of time looking up how to start a consulting business. Yeah. So I don't know. I should probably, but you know, maybe I need to start figuring that out, and then slowly on the side doing consulting, which will be tough because that job I would have to do during the day, but I can always, you know, leave work and go and meet with other firms to figure out what their fucking problems are at their firm so I can fix it. And the best part is, the problems are always the same. So, for the most part. And even when I give them a plan of how to fix it, half of them won't ever implement it. Consult with California. Well, no. So the consulting business that I would do, it would be business consulting. Like, why do you continue to have turnover at your firm? Why do so many people at your firm, and like essentially it's like, what are the issues with your firm? Why do you have turnover? Why do your employees not have a good work-life balance, etc.? If you fix these items, you can retain more employees and you're not going to have so much turnover. Happy employee, happy firm. You know, like, where are your inefficiencies at? Architecture specifically, yeah. Where, like, I don't know shit about other, but it's like, I know exactly how to fix architecture firms. It's like I could give two fucks. Like I could like look at their market. Like okay, it's one thing. It's like how do we get more business? It's like okay, well, I know some of that. But it's like the main thing is it's like, why does no one want to come? Why does no one want to continue to work for you after 2 years? Like it is a huge problem in the industry where you have turnover. Not a lot of places are getting people that are staying at a job longer than 2 years. And it's usually two things: work-life balance and pay. Nope, you require no paper for that. Zero paper. So I would meet with firm. Like it's best to like go to the firm, sit down with the owners, be like, what are your problems? What do you perceive as your problems? And then I would go around and anonymously talk to employees of the firm and ask them the same questions. Like, what do you perceive the problems are? And realistically, the problems that the employees perceive are going to be generally the same and widely disconnected from what the principals and the owners think the problems are with the firm. Like, all the employees are going to say work life. They're all probably going to say pay is okay. It could be better. And they're going to say a lot of the things we do are wildly inefficient. And the biggest problem with most of these places is going to be inefficiencies. It's like, okay, why is it inefficient? And I guarantee you the majority of all these inefficiencies are going to be because management isn't doing their job properly. What are we discussing today? Whatever we want, you know? It's like, I've only worked for one firm that didn't have inefficiencies at all. Because she continually met with people to keep her firm modern, and which was a very, very small firm. There was like 5 people at most working for her at any given time. But like she made sure she was doing things that made the job efficient, kept employees' pay pretty high so that everybody was happy. She didn't do all this extra bullshit where it was like there was a point for like a whole year I basically had unlimited PTO unofficially, because as long as work was getting done, it didn't matter. Like I wasn't taking, you know, like 3 months off at a time, obviously. But it's like if I needed 10 days or if I needed a week, she didn't care. She's like, go. She's like, whatever. Go. But then it's like my previous firm, wildly inefficient. Pay was good, work-life balance was pretty decent, but all the problems arose from everything that everybody did was so inefficient because they refused to update their technology, because the people within the firm just didn't, or the majority of the people in the firm, and especially the ones at the top, did not want to learn modern technology to make their job more efficient. Like, we can't, this is how we've always done it, we can't change it because old, right? We have flexible working here, so I can, yeah. That is how the future, look, the 60s are the 60s, 70s, 80s, early 90s, that time is gone. There's no reason anybody needs to be in an office for 40 hours per week. It's fucking absurd. Everyone could easily get paid exactly the same as we do now and take off 10 hours a week for like the standard full-time work week. 30 hours a week. And whether that be weekends become 3 days, or you split that, take that 10 hours and throw it somewhere else over time, where it's like, yeah, you really only have to be in the office six hours a day. It's like, I am half awake, but I'm looking at your name and I feel like there is a Bollock clan. And then metabolic, anabolic, baby. Is this your first time here? Wait, is this your first time here? I don't know what's going on. Have you been here before? This stream anabolic as fuck, dude. It's more like diabolic because I'm a fucking degenerate piece of shit. Any job going forward for me has to have... I'm flexible, yeah. Reduces my options, but yeah. I mean, I'm pretty lucky that my manager right now is pretty lenient on work from home. But there are other managers at my firm who are not. What makes me a degenerate? Well, you know, we talk about, I publicly and openly talk about just degenerate nonsense, you know, buttholes. I get zero fucks. You want to take me to a family dinner? I will make sure that I bring up the most uncomfortable fucking topic possible. Just to see where everybody's head's at. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, those aren't butt plugs, dude. Those are candlesticks from the game Clue. They're just compressed down so that they bulge out. Yeah, we get wild in here. You know, thong posing, all sorts of stuff. You know, I like to toe the line of what is TOS. You know that meme? Today's topic, slavery. That's you, but it's like today's topic, pegging. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, if you can just slide pegging in to any conversation, just nonchalantly, just to see what happens. But anyway, yeah, she's pretty lenient from work from home. I mean, but she's under a lot of pressure because management above her wants people in the office. But why? They don't need to be in the office. To shake the foundations of people. I don't know if they're foundations. It's just... nothing should be taboo. It's like, I'm not embarrassed. Why are you embarrassed? Why does it make you uncomfortable? That's the real question. Mental found. Yeah, it's like, what is it about this topic that you may or may not have anything to do with that is creating this feeling of uncomfortability? Uncomfortability. Jesus Christ. It's not even pushing people's boundaries, really. It's just... I mean, there's a fine line between, you know, offensive topics and just pushing boundaries, right? I mean, sometimes you can say things and people are like, "Oh, that's offensive." It's like, is it? Or does it just make you uncomfortable? Because it's probably not offensive at all. Now, there are things that are objectively offensive. And I am a firm believer, if I say something and it is in fact offensive, it may not be offensive to me. But if it is offensive to you, I'm not going to fucking apologize. Especially if I didn't know that it was going to be offensive. Like, sure, there are things that are objectively offensive, and everyone should know that those things are offensive. But a lot of people just get, yeah, like Nazi salutes. Don't do that. That's offensive. You know? That's offensive. You know, but if I say something and somebody happens to be offended by, for whatever fucking reason, like, oh my God, that's offensive. Like, okay, that's a personal problem on your end, not mine. I won't do it again because now I know. It's like it would be a difference if I continued to do it, right? Once I was told. But it's but like when people tell, like when, if you don't think something is offensive, but somebody tells you that they're offended by it, and you're like, oh, okay, thanks for telling me. You can not do that thing again. But if they tell you to apologize to them, no, go fuck yourself. Like, that is your thing. You're offended by it for whatever fucking reason. I'm not offended by it. It's not my fault that you got offended by a thing that I didn't know. Yeah, but like getting pegged by a goth muscle mommy shouldn't be offensive to anybody. And if it is, I don't know who hurt you, but just degenerate fun, exactly. Fun and degenerate. Fun is the key term there. At least I get to work from home today because or from home yesterday because I was like, it's snowing. I'm not gonna come in. And they were like, there's not that much snow on the ground. I was like, maybe not by you guys and by work, but there's a fuckload of snow by me. Have you constantly received aggressive pushback for things other than things others have perceived as offensive? I would say yes. I mean, I lived in California for half my life, so everybody's offended by fucking everything now. Everywhere. Well, not necessarily everywhere, but less so here, I feel like, in Virginia. It's a weird hodgepodge of ideals and theologies. Granted, there's a lot of weird religious zealousy here. Is that the correct word I want to use? Yeah. Like something I know that is offensive, that I have no issue being offensive about, is religion. You can practice whatever religion you want. That is your right, and it is also my right to just blatantly call it out for the fucking nonsense that it is. Especially as somebody that grew up in a super fucking culty religion. So, you know, if you want to believe in a sky daddy, go ahead. But please don't blanket your fucking shit over everybody else. I don't think the two combine. Oh, they combine. Because they don't want to confront their own Exactly. Like, why are you offended by this thing that has nothing to fucking do with you? It's a... What is this weird white... Like, as a mostly white person, I have no white guilt. Zero. I didn't do shit. None of my ancestors that are white were in America at all during the slave times. So to be, it's like, sure, is my white ancestry colonizers? Yeah. Do I give a fuck? No. I don't care. Yeah. They're offended because you brought up something they think, yeah. It's weird. It's weird. It's like homophobia. Why are you homophobic? It doesn't affect you. So I'm a firm believer that everyone who is truly homophobic is actually just gay, and they can't confront their own weird fucking inner desires to want to do gay stuff. It's fucking wild to me. It's like, why does anybody else's like personal lives fucking matter to you? Yeah, and it's like, I grew up pretty poor. So, and cardio and shoulders. Just came back from back and buys. Damn. Yeah, I should have. I could have worked out this morning, and I was like, it was leg day. It was quad day. Great day, but I don't care, and I probably won't care until February 10th. 11th, 12th, 13th. What is actually? I probably won't care until February 13th. Let's see, what day is that? 11th. Yeah, I probably won't work out on stream ever again until February 13th. I will probably do like posing streams like I did on Sunday. Was that Sunday? Where I just kind of did like a quick pump thing and posed for like an hour. But I probably won't do any workouts until I'm probably lying to myself about that. But I just don't feel like, I don't feel it today. Unearned entitlement to people's, it has. So has pretty much every religion based upon the Abrahamic God. Muslim, Christianity, Judaism, fucking, what's another good one? I mean, Christianity is a pretty wide belt. I'm 4 weeks out till I'm done with my cut. Ooh, why 4? What happens in 4? What determined that 4 weeks? Just like overall time, or did you have like a goal weight in mind, and in 4 weeks you should hit that goal, that weight, that goal weight? Homophobic people are gay? Love you. They are, dude. Tell me I'm wrong. What other fucking possible reason does anybody have who is in fact truly homophobic they are terrified that one day they might touch a dick and love it? And usually a lot of homophobia stems from a religious upbringing where it was, God said it's bad. Like, your imaginary sky daddy said that people can't do this thing? Weird. What if they don't believe in your sky daddy? Well, I believe in my sky daddy, so that means that they can't do that thing. Like, well, I don't believe in your sky daddy, and I think that they can do that thing, and I think that you're a fucking moron for thinking that they can't do that thing. So from my point of view, you're wrong. Yeah, God is just now forever sky daddy to me. It's because it's hilarious. Because mainly because if you just call him the daddy, he's the sky daddy, and it oddly sexualizes it. Because daddy has now just, that word has just become sexualized, has just been overtaken by sexualization. So if you call him a sky daddy, people are just like, that makes me feel weird. Like, why? Because it's like a sexual thing? Yeah. Sounds like you... It's like, look, if people want to get on their knees and please Jesus, go right ahead. But in my mind, praying is just sucking Jesus's proverbial dick. So, gay. Its inception is stolen. It's all stolen from other mythologies. All of it. I mean, you go back to the earliest recorded theological ideal with any type of deity, whether that be single or plural. They all have similar stories, backgrounds, and then somehow just all get connected in one. I mean, the Dark Ages there's a reason they were called Dark Ages, you know? I mean, I maintain that if organized religion never became a thing, the Dark Ages would have never happened, and we would probably be 500 years more advanced than we are now. All religion does is just fucking cut people off at the knees. It's crazy. Get on your hands and knees, beg a man for their gratification. It sounds pretty gay. That's not what I'm doing. Oh no, why do you have to be on your knees then? Shows respect, does it? capitalism makes the other, the poor, yeah, allows Christians to come in and it's so weird to me. It's like, you have to be saved. From what? These people look like they're doing just fine without you. It's like, granted, there are a lot of, look, I'm not saying good things don't come from parts of religions, right? Like some people turn their life around because of religion. And a lot of those times they don't, sometimes, I mean, it's like a 50-50 chance of whether or not those people are just going to become, you know, wild, just preachers of nonsense trying to get everybody else to get behind their thing. But other people just, they find this a moral some aspect of a moral compass, and they turn their life around. They may not be, you know, they may not go to church all the time, but they're just like, look, I did this thing, this is what I think now, and that's great for them. Do I use the pole behind you? That is my pole, yeah. I do use that pole. That is my pole. I need to take it down because I need to use the space for a while, but I may leave it up because I think we're just going to use the garage because it is the size that we need. So once you have their loyalty, you can convince them to do what you want to preserve the. I mean, large-scale organized religion, you know, 1,000 years ago was 100% just a way to, especially with Christianity, was a way to control the masses. They're like, okay, population's getting out of control. What are we going to do here? Like, well, what if? Because at the time, like the religious leaders, like it's fucking, like you go back to like the medieval ages, kings, like the people, the individuals in control of the realms were pretty much just taking orders from the priests. It's like, so who really had control? Did the king have control? Or did the religious leaders have the control? Because when you break it, like, and you don't really notice it if you're fairly religious. You're just like, oh yeah, this just makes sense. Like, he's just a man of God, and he, you know, he understands that the priest talks to God, and he does all this thing. But if you step outside of the religious and you look at it from the outside, you're like, holy, like, the king isn't in charge at all. It's the church is in charge. They always were. And it was just a way to control people. Like the priests were like infallible. I have been in a physical fight. I've been in several physical fights. We have enough money. You can stop. Yeah, exactly. Culture, yeah. I mean, the money thing now in the modern era of religion is, we have internet and access to knowledge, and that, well, so the Earth is flat thing is pretty fun. I actually find that hilarious. Sure, those people, like, there are people who truly believe that. I think 50% of the people are just helping perpetuate keeping the other 50% stupid as fuck, which is more funny to me. Because now, like, the lore of flat Earth has gone beyond what anyone could have possibly imagined. And it's pretty great. And now they're infighting about what the true lore of flat Earth is. And, you know, it's pretty great. I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy it a lot. Cults or religions. I mean, religions are also cults. I've seen the doctored image. NASA lies. Show the ice wall. Dude, that was my favorite. That was my that's probably my favorite one. Where it's like I mean, it's true. Very few pictures of Earth are a single photo, right? But it's pretty funny. Like, I don't think people realize how far away from Earth you have to be to actually take a single photo. Like, I don't know if America has, I don't know if the US has a satellite. I know Japan has an actual satellite that is far enough away to take single photographs of the Earth. But none, absolutely none. No, Japan has Yeah, from NASA themselves, there isn't a single. Well, except for the ones when they were traveling to and from the moon. Those are the only ones. And any of the random ones that they've taken from satellites skirting across the solar system. You know what I always thought was weird as a kid? I was like, it's like, we're going to escape the solar system and it's taking a long time. And so, you know, like the solar system is, right? So everything is spinning around in a disk, right? Maybe not, like there's, you know, maybe some is slightly off the center axis. I was like, if you want to escape the solar system, why not just go this way? Why are we going that way? Like, that always was funny to me as a kid. My teachers never had an answer for me. They're like, that's a great question. Don't know. I mean, it's definitely because they just want to see other planets as they go across, but like, if we really want to escape our solar system, just fucking fling a satellite, just like go into a gravitational orbit north-south and then boop. We're not gonna see shit. It's because we have a system where everyone is capital. If you aren't a billionaire, then you don't matter. If you can't work, then you don't. Yeah. Like, are you a cog in the machine, or are you a loose bolt, or are you, you know, the overseer of said machine? I mean, that's all. I mean, if you look at education pre World War One, I want to say. I think it was pre World War One. Education pre World War One wasn't this structured thing like we have now. It was just everyone showed up to a schoolhouse, and there was like usually a woman who was just teaching kids things. You know, whether that be like how to read, how to write. It was usually just like how to read, how to write, how to do basic simple math. And then it was, you know, whatever else she knew. And then it became, I think sometime around World War One, it became this thing where it was like we need, the industrial age came into play. It was like, all right, how are we going to get the future generation to be part of this industrial machine, which is just monotonous work, 8+ hours a day in a factory doing nothing? It's like, we can sit all these kids down and do these structured things and like now they're just in school for 8 hours a day inside just learning shit. But they're not like, sure, they'll be learning, but we're going to make them do a bunch of extra busy work that doesn't really necessarily help them learn. It's just teaching them how to shut the fuck up and do what they're told, essentially. Damn, that's huge tonight. Pull out your phone for a pic. It's the size of a pinhead. It's because of like that's anything though. Like, you look at, like, I grew up in Southeast Alaska, so you look at pictures can never do the size of what you are, like what is surrounding you, justice. Because you'll be looking at these mountains that are just massive in size, and you go to take a picture of it and you don't really understand the scale. There is like a perspective issue there with cameras. Well, actually, there's a 7-degree variance. Yeah, I know the orbits. That's why I said they're not. One, they're not also in a perfect circle. They're like, you know, elliptical, and they can be off center. Weird, you know. But it's like, I don't think there's none of the planets in, at least in our solar system, are rotating around the sun like this. You know, some of them might be like this. I mean, some of them are like this, right, angled and stuff. But it's, you know, none of them are. I think doesn't Uranus is the only one that actually has a weird rotation, because I believe its rings are almost vertical around its axis. And that's why you're on Twitch speaking on Dude Bro Wokeism and not in NASA begging the government to explore the solar system. But, I mean, yeah, it is a sad existence for me that I will never, like, the fact that in my lifetime, I'm never going to know a society that is a spacefaring society is sad to me. Because we just can't stop fighting with each other. Because everything is about the Sky Daddy. It's like my ideals are correct, your ideals are wrong, because my Sky Daddy says that we are correct. Therefore, I have to eliminate you because your Sky Daddy is saying something completely different from my Sky Daddy. Even though the Sky Daddies are the same, we just call them something different. I say the same about my penis. Each planet tilts on... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not every... It's all individualism. 7 degrees of variance. And the planet X in Nibiru, scientists believe there's something as big as Jupiter... No, yeah. Probably. I don't know. Did they find that? I know they... Entire conversation flies in the face of what we spoke about yesterday. Yeah, it does. But I'm the dot today. I'm the dot every day. I can choose what we're doing with the dots. The Earth is going to be destroyed by the cluster of space trash we left. Actually, come back down. It could burn up in the atmosphere. It could burn up in... And NASA hasn't found it. Yeah. NASA is... I mean, that's just government. The government is just wildly inefficient on everything. It's like, It's like, I love it when products say military grade. I know what that means. Most people think that means it's good. No. Military grade just means it's a certified piece of shit. It was designed to work just good enough. That's what military grade means. Yeah. Military grade means it's just good enough, and we're gonna get the best possible price for it. But if everybody else wants it, they're gonna have to pay a premium because now the military has a contract for it. Which is, dude, I hate this camera, bro. Look how fucking small my arm looks. Ugh. Look at this. Do I even fucking lift? What is this? The fuck is this, bro? A Nokia, dude, that's a great phone. I'm pretty sure I have all my Nokias still. I think there's only one cell phone I don't have still. And that's because it broke. It actually like broke into a... But no, there's two. Because I gave one back. I turned in one of them to get a free phone. But I think my Sony Ericsson... I still have that one. What the fuck one broke into a billion pieces? I think one of my first Samsung Galaxies. It was like one of the first iterations of the Galaxy in like 2010-ish, I want to say. I think that one just like completely fell apart. So I don't have that one anymore. Use a Nokia brick phone to kill somebody? Yeah, probably. I wouldn't put it past... Oh, what the fuck? Dude, these visuals have fucking turned into... How do we go from space to this? The fuck? Is he gonna go back to space? Well, that eyeball might turn into a planet. There we go. We're getting back. You seen that shit that happened with kids? Wait, like the... Wait, what? Like the, no, maybe I don't know what you're talking about. Kids YouTube. Like where it got overtaken by some weird violent shit that was hidden within supposed kids cartoons. Definitely clawed your way out of some shit. I mean, yeah, I've been to the bottom. I've lived a very interesting life. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah. Didn't they I think that's why the YouTube like scrubbing feature is a lot better now. I mean, that was happening like 10 years ago. Like people were freaking out about that. Scooby-Doo was one of them. We stopped letting the kids watch the kids. I'm not gonna let my kids watch fucking YouTube. Who knows what? I mean, who knows what YouTube will be in by the time they're old enough to even know what the fuck YouTube is, right? It's like, sure, when they're like 10, 11, 12-ish, they can start having some internet privilege. Like, it'll be hard to keep that away from them, obviously, with, you know, their friends and whatever, but it's like, no matter how far you go, you can go low. Oh, trust me. Oh, I know. There was a point in time, like, I actually planned, like, fully planned out an armed robbery. Didn't go through with it, obviously. But, like, don't be a piece of shit. How about that? You know? Better heads prevailed, obviously. But, you know, you can't. Yeah, I mean, anytime you take something away from a child, they're just gonna rebel. I mean, that's what I did. They watch yeah, like what the kids, like, yeah, just watch regular YouTube. I mean, it won't be hard. Like, they don't even have to tell me, like, what it is. It's like, if they're watching YouTube, I can easily go onto YouTube and see the history of YouTube. So it's not like they can hide anything, really. I mean, even when the internet became a thing when I was a kid, like, cookies and the history of web browsing was still there. And even if you deleted them and thought you were being sneaky by deleting the web history, you could still, like, my parents could still find the web history. They are property. They belong to the state. Your kids belong to the state, realistically. We talking porn? No. Just, you know, YouTube and, you know, I slept in. Yeah, me too a little bit. I mean, I did. I slept in like an hour. I woke up at, my alarm went off and then I fell back asleep till like 5:45 and then I was like, I don't want to work out today. And now I'm mad because this camera makes, I'm just going to get another DSLR because this fucking webcam just makes my arm look small. Look how fucking, do I lift? Look at my arm. Look at how small it is. I mean, my children are just like a coalescing thing that my mind perceives. None of this is even real. None of this is even real. Is this desk real? I could touch it. But, like, is it real? I don't know. Roast streamer. Yeah. You look so good, bro. Where's Morpheus? Exactly. There are two inside of you. There are two pills. What if you took? I want to see a version where somebody takes both pills. What happens if you take both pills? What is real? So I love these AI visual transitions. The AI just kind of does whatever the fuck. It's crazy. I don't know if it's a waste of time, but it's Yeah, I don't know if it's actually a waste of time to think about what's on, what could be. Oh, that's not fair. You just can't change to a completely different thing. You got to transition to that one naturally. Thinking about it is also what's yeah, exactly. Got your ass. Yeah. And I gotta work from home again today because it snowed a lot yesterday. Even though the fucking HR chick, who I'm starting to believe isn't actually on my side, though she says she is. Her and I were hired at the same time, but she definitely, over the last year and a half, has definitely transitioned her mental positioning to be, I'm gonna protect the company and not the employee. Because the email she sent out yesterday about this winter storm and people coming into the office was fucking absurd. You know who is on my side if they were HR? Joe. Joe's on my fucking side. But that's the thing. HR is actually not supposed to be. HR is supposed to be there to protect the employee. What was the email? It was just saying, you know, thanks for all the people that came into the office, yada yada yada. The winter storm should be over tonight, so keep that in mind when preparing for your commute tomorrow morning, yada yada yada. I'm like, I'm not fucking coming into the office. You like, here's what. Listen here, HR lady, and I don't want to call her a lady because I'm pretty sure I'm older than her. But it's like, listen here, HR girl. I'll come into the office when there's not fucking snow on the ground anymore because I don't trust anybody driving in this area at all. Period. Not like. I can deal with people being really shitty at driving in the rain. I'm not even going to bother risking it driving when there's fucking snow and ice on the ground. So. Much less demeaning. HR girl, much less. I feel like Joe's a really good HR person. I mean, sure, the HR has to protect the company. But that's... The HR protects the company from getting sued. From various things between employee to employee. But HR is also there to protect the employee from the company. Son is a gender. Is it? Short car accident stats remind them more people die than COVID. It's true, they do. It's true. It's like I get it. I get in my car. Every time I get into my car here, it's a fucking risk. I've never felt more unsafe in a vehicle than when I moved here. I was like, this is nuts. And I spent a lot of time driving in LA, in San Francisco, and the traffic's pretty terrible there. Nowhere near the fucking nonsense that's here. I want to see the Bice. I want to see per capita. Jesus fucking Christ. There's 1,000 deaths a year here. That doesn't matter. You remember? Do you remember all those stories I was posting? You were probably asleep. I was posting a bunch of stories. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, while driving home, because I was just in a park. Literally, my truck was in park for over an hour. And in my mind, and when that shit happened, I'm like, somebody better be dead. Somebody did die. You know what this lady did? There was already an accident that happened. Okay, here's how fucking stupid people are here. There was already an accident, and there was a flatbed truck, like at the scene of the accident. Somehow, this woman, fucking just driving, didn't just fucking plowed. Like, and there's emergency vehicles, there's shit blocking off lanes. Just fucking blew through all of that and plowed into the back of this flatbed truck. Spun out, hit another car, hit another. So this fairly like low risk accident that had already happened turned into like this 5-car bullshit where this woman died. Thank God, because now she can't fucking drive anymore. Oh my God, that's so fucking... It's like, no. I was sitting in my car. Like, wow, I've been in park for an hour. I hope to God, if there is a Sky Daddy, that someone's fucking... and it was right after New Year's and the holidays. Someone's family better be waking up in the morning in fucking ruin because one of their parents doesn't exist anymore. How difficult is it to get into your car? You have one job when you get in your car. Don't fucking crash it. But everyone here decides, I can't be bothered by spending 45 minutes in my car listening to music or listening to an audiobook or whatever the fuck it is and just paying attention to the road. So they're just here. It's crazy to me. And there's no cell phone laws here. Not a single fucking one. Except for, they did pass one recently, several years ago. It's illegal to be on your phone in a work zone. How about just make it illegal to be on your phone? Stupid Virginia. How about that one? So even though it's slow moving, Lou, it doesn't matter. Because people seem to just... Yeah, I can do my whole ass job from home. People need to learn how to fucking Google because people just post. Yeah, it's crazy. You're like, that's an easily Googleable thing. You're like, what? Fatal crash totals. Deaths per 100. Alabama. Wait, can I show this in order, please? Who has the most per capita? Let's see. What is this? 21. Louisiana has 20. Arkansas, 22. That's probably drunk driving related. There's probably a lot of drunk drivers there. Dry state. That makes sense. What's this one? 26.2. God damn, the South is wild, dude. 26.2 deaths per 100,000 people in Louisiana. South Carolina, 23. Jesus Christ. Who has a low one? Washington, fairly low, 8.7. Virginia, 11.2. Texas, 15.2. Tennessee, 19. Dude, what is with the South and these high-ass numbers? It has to be just fucking rednecks drinking beer in their fucking... How far away is this drive, man? I don't know, 4 beers? 14.1 Oregon. Yeah, that tracks. Deaths per 100 million vehicle miles traveled. Who has the highest of this? Is there anybody in the 2s? 2. South Carolina. Jeez. Wyoming is so low. Good God. It's like, who has the most strict cell phone laws in the country? California. And even with like the highest populated state, they are still pretty low in deaths per capita because they implemented fucking cell phone laws in the early 2000s. It's like, geez, a lot of people seem to be dying because they're on their phone texting people. We should probably fix that. Tell Pam from HR you'd rather work. No, my boss sent everybody into Teams this morning at 7:15. She's like, a lot of snow and ice on the roads. I suggest working from home today. I was like, that's right. I was going to do it anyway, so. Attitudes towards infringement. Yeah. We can't. Dude, I remember when seatbelt laws became a thing. Like, you have to wear your seatbelt, and people freak the fuck out about, they're like, oh my god, what's next? We can't drink and drive? Like, you couldn't drink and drive what? Hello? Even in the 80s, you couldn't drink and drive. It's like, what is this? Now I can't get off from work and drink a 6-pack on my way home? What the hell kind of communist shit is this? Click it or get a ticket, motherfuckers. Yeah, it should be, we need to think of a good one for cell phones. I got nothing. What's next? I gotta have insurance? Fuck that. Yeah. A lot of people don't have insurance here. It's pretty crazy. Like, that is a wild stat here. How many people don't have insurance here? There's also a lot of people here that don't take care of their vehicle in terms of maintenance. You're constantly seeing cars just broken down in the middle of the road. And they're you're like, why is there an accident that happened? And then it's just some guy with like a late model, not even that late of a model, like a 2015, Chevy Astro van or some shit. It's just lights are insurance. It was always a scam. Yeah, health insurance, car insurance, homeowners insurance, especially when insurance companies never want to pay out because people started to, I'm sure it was great in the 80s, before people caught on to, oh my god, we could easily defraud insurance companies. Let's just do that. How's that health insurance is yeah. Especially when it's like why are my insurance rates going up? Because other people are fucking up. It should be the opposite direction. Initially it was, and now like my rates keep going up. They're like, well, there's been a lot of accidents this year, so we have to increase rates. Increase their rates. Don't increase my fucking rates. $1,300 a month. God damn it. Y'all should just get National Health Service when it's free at point of use. Yeah, well, my country's stupid, so, we'd rather spend that money on missiles and money to Ukraine. Tell them you moved to another state with lower insurance. I did that for a while. I had insurance in a different state. I mean, I could insure my car in Alaska. My truck is registered in Alaska. I could insure it there, which would be a lot cheaper. My car insurance is really cheap anyway, because I have a perfect record. I have a perfect record since 2007. Like, I'm a big proponent in everyone just... Like, if you get in an accident that costs more than $500 to fix, it should be mandatory lose your license for 12 months. Mandatory. Not like, oh, you're on a provisional license where you can only go to it. No. You lose your fucking license. You are not allowed to drive for 12 months. Now, people are going to complain about that, but then I can't get to work. No, you can still get to work. People are still going to drive on a suspended license. But when you drive on a suspended license, and here's my I know for a fact people are going to drive on suspended licenses, right? Which is illegal. Don't do that. But if you're driving on a suspended license, you're going to be the best goddamn driver that's ever existed. And you will learn habits of being the best goddamn driver that ever existed. So when you do get your license back, you're still gonna have those habits of being the best goddamn driver that, because now you're constantly worried that you're like, I drove on a suspended license for years. Don't do that. But it's like, I was constantly worried of getting into an accident, doing something I'm not, or, you know, anything. Cops behind me, fucking everything. I was like, oh, fuck. You learn how to be a really, really good driver with your head on a swivel. It's just illegal. Don't do that. Look, I've done a lot of illegal things, okay? I'm just saying. People should lose their license if they are at fault in an accident. Because they're going to drive anyway on a suspended license. But they're not going to be an idiot while they're driving on a suspended license, because if you get caught driving on a suspended license, you're going to jail. So, and you lose your license for even further time. It's like, oh, you're driving on a suspended license? Yeah. You now, one, you're going to jail. Two, you now lose your license for even longer. The fines are bigger. Everything is worse. Nobody wants that. So, and you, from doing that, you're going to weed out the people that are still going to drive like a dipshit on a suspended license. And eventually, society will work itself out to where you're weeding out the morons. It's like, oh, you were driving on a suspended license and you were still driving like an idiot. Yeah, you go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You clearly can't be a part of this thing we call society. Yo. Jazza. You know, so it's like sometimes you got to go to extremes. Let's just try communism out. Fuck it. Let's try it out. Oh my god. Hammer and sickle it, dude. Let's let China repossess this country. They'll fix everything. There's gonna be a lot of uprising. It'll be fine. And, you know, eventually it'll work itself out. I could start work early today. But what would be the fun in that? Oh, I need to track my food today. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna work out again. My shoulder is very sore. And it doesn't help that I have to do things constantly, almost every day, that is raising my arm above my head, and that's problematic. Ain't shit all I can do about that, but it's not great. It's not great, I'll tell you that much. Maybe I'll play a couple rounds of the Apexual Legends, dude. How long have I been live? How long have we been talking about this bullshit? An hour? Oof. Pam's secretly watching your stream, taking notes. Let her. Let her. Oh, she's nice. I don't know. Oh, yes. Ugh. I love these sweaters. I keep telling myself I'm gonna get the ones with the pockets, but then I don't. I don't remember what my reasoning was for last time. I was like, oh, I think I keep my hands in my pockets too. Yeah, I don't want to look at my small ass arms. So. I keep catching a glimpse of my small arms, so I gotta cover them. Not big enough, dude. Not big enough to look good on this fucking camera, clearly. We're probably 16 1/4 still. I don't fucking know. I don't have a measuring thing here. I don't have a measure thing here. You ever gonna stream? I do want to stream some painting. I just want to do light paintings. I really enjoy light painting. You know? I like big and everything. Got it. Yeah. Like all my last things of painting were all like painting the entire canvas black and then painting the light afterwards, you know? This probably can't even show good color. It's yeah, you can't even see the there's like blues and purples in there and but goodbye. Do I know how to no. Dude, am I an idiot? Am I retarded? Hello? Yeah, whatever. You know, you get the idea. But you know, there's some blues and you know, my Avatar one that I did. I could have made the big spot bigger. Big, you know, Avatar. See, this one comes out okay. So you got the hue, the kind of the faded hue of the planet coming off, you know. Yeah, that's a good one. I could have made the spot bigger. Oh well. Girl one that I've got over there, same thing. Oh, there's less light on that one, but you know, same concept. What else do I got? No. Yeah. I like painting the light, you know? You cloak the canvas in darkness, and through light, you reveal the beauty. Yes. I need to finish. I have like a big canvas that's half painted that I need to finish. The Prayer of the Chocolate Starfish. Indeed. Does Nick Strength and Power have anything new? Why does she have a fucking mask on? The fuck is this? Oh, OnlyFans Megastar? Destroyed in leg workouts? Maybe because she has fucking Twigs as legs, dude. This girl doesn't work out. She just fucks on cam. FYI. Okay, what is this? What did the HR girl send? Sent an email a few minutes ago that overwrites this message. I'm sorry. What? Before I do this, I want to dox my email. For the morning commute, the main roads are wet, treated, and well plowed. Has standby vehicles ready to continue treatment of the roads for today's morning commute. There are 6 plows in the parking lots next to us. Aside for the commute in was smooth and very little traffic. Back roads were also 90% clear. I'd recommend everyone taking their time and around turns. Blah 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 blah. It's reporting 0 accidents. There are some road closures, so listen to live weather and traffic updates. The office is open, and Tom and I look forward to seeing everyone as you trickle in. We are asking all employees to use their best judgment on the road conditions in their area when preparing for your morning commutes. That didn't overwrite it. That is actually fucking insane. Like, if they're expecting people to show up to the fucking office. Yeah, that's saying you better come in a nice, this is your decision, Jedi hand gesture kind of way. Then they can fucking fire me. I spent a lot of time yesterday. It won't be profitable at all. I spent a lot of time yesterday figuring out the steps I need to take to start a consulting business. Where I consult firms like this one, how not to do shit like this to piss people off who work for them. Yeah, I travel... My commute is 30 miles. Like, I want to message my boss and be like, okay, so everyone has to come in, question mark, because full disclosure, if I end up in an accident because someone crashes into me, I'm 100% going to sue the company for forcing me to come in when I didn't want to due to conditions on the road. Like, I want to just straight up, I want to fucking email the HR person, be like, if you make me come in today and someone crashes into me, I'm suing the company, straight up. Like, I shouldn't have to come in. This is fucking bullshit. Like, no one's plowed the roads near me. I live 30 miles away from the main city center. The roads are definitely probably less fucked up near work because of, right? But like, it's colder where I live. I got snow all day yesterday. My boss sent me a picture of what it looked like in the office. They barely had any snow. Meanwhile, there was like 3 inches before the snow started really coming down last night. So I was like, yeah, and then my boss just sent a message that says, FYI, HR sent an email a few minutes ago that overwrites this message, thanks. And so I checked the message. Like, okay, so yesterday HR sent a thing. I'll read it. Every afternoon, everyone. She sent this at fucking 3 o'clock. As inclement weather in the region continues, we'd like to thank the building staff and all our employees who have taken extra measures to commute into the office today. We expect the winter storm to end late this evening. It didn't. Although the worst of the weather will be over by tonight, it wasn't. The cold temperatures are expected to continue over the next 24 hours. Please remain sensitive to issues of safety. It was actually more safe to go into the office yesterday because temperatures were slightly above freezing. It is actually more dangerous now to go into the office because temperatures are well below freezing, creating icy and unsafe conditions. But because it's not snowing, this makes it more safe somehow in these fucking idiots' minds. Please remain sensitive to issues of safety. These are my sensitive issues. WTOP has a live traffic and weather reporting app that gets you real-time updates to road conditions, updates on road closures, and other factors that would impact your commute. Our utmost concern is safety of our employees, so please be cognizant of the road conditions here and the conditions near your home, and use your best judgment when deciding on your plan for the remaining working hours today and your commute plan for work tomorrow. These are entirely contradicting statements. Entirely fucking contradicting. Our utmost concern is the safety of our employees. So instead of making your best judgment on whether or not you should come in, we're saying make your best judgment and plan accordingly for your commute. What is this shit? Dan, get fucked. Yeah. And so my boss this morning at 7:15 was like, hey, roads seem very slippery, suggest work from home today. I gave a thumbs up. Then she sends back, FYI, at 8, and that was at 7:17 this morning. And then at 8:30, she says, FYI, HR sent an email a few minutes ago that overwrites this message. And this was that email this morning. At 7:57 this morning. Per the morning commute, the main roads are wet, treated, and well plowed. Has standby vehicles ready to continue treatment of the roads today's morning commutes. There are 6 plows in the parking lots next to us assigned for our street. Overall, the commute in was smooth and very little traffic. Back roads were also 90% clear. I would recommend everyone taking their time around turns, especially on and off ramps to highways, but otherwise, WTOP is reporting 0 accidents in the Tysons Corner area. There are some road closures, so listen to their live weather and traffic updates. The office is open, and Tom and I look forward to seeing everyone as you trickle in today. No. What is, yeah, temps are, okay.
Nah, fuck payment, Tom. We got told to work from home today in Portland. Dude, it snowed a bunch. I got like 5 inches last night. And now it's temps are below freezing. And they're making everybody come in because the it's not snowing anymore. 5 inches? That's not, to me that's not a lot. But it's like any excuse I can have to not go into the office, I'm gonna fucking take it. Like it's I don't even understand the reasoning here. It doesn't even make sense. Like, there are people in my office who work from home most of the time. So I don't get the reasoning on this. Oh, I'm pretty sure if I go outside, my driveway is an ice sheet. I shoveled my driveway last night at like 9:30, and this morning there's more snow on it. So I mean, if my boss says I need to come in, then I'll come in. But if she says you're fine, just stay home, then I'll stay home. But I mean, if I look, worst case, let's say I do stay home. I'm like, I'm not coming in. It's very unsafe for me. I have to drive a long ways, regardless of whether or not they've treated the roads. It is slippery and dangerous. I don't want to risk getting into an accident because some idiot is a moron. And they fire me. Then what? Silver lining? I start a consulting business, and then I charge them $300 an hour to be like, hey, here's why your employees fucking hate you. Stop doing this, and this, and do this, and this. Pay me $2,000 for my time. Thank you. So you get fired, and? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. It's very true. It's not like I don't have several months of, pushing for the pushing. Does Nick Strength and Power really not have a thing? I mean, HR's was definitely use your best judgment when commuting, as in, like, don't drive like a moron. My boss is saying, use your judgment about working from home. HR is saying use your judgment during driving to the office. This argument you're having with yourself isn't about a snow bit. It's bigger than that. It is bigger than that. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Yeah. How's HR in charge of your work hours? Who's really in charge here? That's what I mean. Who's really in charge? Is it the king? Or the priests running the church? HR is the priests running the church in that metaphor. I mean, I know who's really in charge. I mean, HR is not in charge of my hours, but I feel like my boss doesn't want to get fucking shit from her bosses. Hold on. I'm gonna time out. Time out. I'm gonna check something. Is she? No, I don't think she would have left yet. Because there's another girl on my team who works like even further than me away. I'm like, are you coming in? She's like, I don't know, I wasn't planning. I was like, I wasn't either. And she's like, what the fuck is this email? I was like, I know, right? This is all the same one that dropped 3 F-bombs in my initial interview. I mean, my boss is pretty fucking cool. But I definitely feel like HR and her bosses have been like pressuring, and I don't know why. And I don't know why, because work is getting done. So I don't know why there's this weird, like lately in the last 6 months, there's been this very weird shift where it almost seems like there's been this HR hostile takeover where it seems like HR is dictating when and where, like how people can work. Like I got my vacation approved by my boss, and then HR came in. It was like, oh yeah, I need to just check with some things to make sure that it's like you're going. And I was like, did you get my vacation stuff? And she's like, yeah. It's like you're going into the negative, so we're. I was like, yeah, but I'm rolling over 40 hours, so I'm really only going into the negative 1 week. She's like, I know, but it's like, you know, and if I can't get it approved, I was like, my boss already approved it. Who are you getting this approved of? Like, she's like, I just need to talk to your boss about it. And I was like, she already approved it though. She's like, yeah. It's like, I mean, worst case scenario, you just won't get paid for that week. I'm like, no. Like, she approved that I can go into the red for this. This is fucking nuts. Either way, I'm going on this vacation. Like, you're either gonna pay me or I'm gonna quit. Like, this is fucking nuts. Like, it's been a very, very fucking weird shift lately with HR. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, my office has been in the office. It's not like we haven't been working in the office. There's like a couple people who work from home most of the time. And like there's like one person in my office who's not even in my office anymore because she moved to South Carolina and does her entire job remotely.
We were hybrid Tuesday, Wednesday. Now starting in February, it's going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, it's like I don't. Nobody, as far as I know, there's only maybe like 2 or 3 people that have a regular work from home schedule. Everybody else is in the office every day. So it's there isn't even a weird push to get people back into the which is why this is so fucking weird. And it's like, and I don't know if there's people on other teams who work from home and just don't do anything when they're at home. Like, that seems weird to me, but mine, there's tons of them. I could probably get a job that's based out of San Francisco and never have to go there. I might have to like fly there a couple times a year. I've seen multiple job postings of people who are specifically looking for complete work from home employees. Apply to those. Shit. Yeah, you were right. But... Oof. And they don't want to fire them, so they told them they have to drive into a local Kroger store to work Monday. What the fuck? That's nuts. Surely having most of the employees remote would benefit over... Well, it kind of benefited. It benefits overheads if you downsize your office. It doesn't benefit overheads if you are not downsizing your office. I would apply to jobs constantly. Yeah, I think I need to start doing that again. Because I will say, when I was applying at my last job, when I was applying for jobs, and I wasn't really applying, it was like I was just getting headhunted, and I was just entertaining these like headhunters. I didn't really give a fuck. So I was like, I think we own the commercial space for Fred Meyer, but I won't swear to that. Does Fred Meyer's own Kroger? Is there Fred Meyer in Arizona? I thought it was just like a Washington, Oregon, Idaho. I want to say Montana. Is Fred Meyer's in Montana still? I think. Kroger owns Fred Meyer's. I see. The funny thing is I know exactly what Fred Meyer is, or in Alaska, Fred Meyer's is. Like, not a lot of people know what Fred Meyer is, unless they live in those like specifically 5 states that has a Fred Meyer. .3D printer, I think it'd be, dude. I would love a laser cutter actually. Laser cutter would be sick. Enclosures for your resin models. So I've thought about that. I thought Fry's completely went out of business. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Yeah, my boss doesn't want this Slack. She's like, if you want to stay home, send an email to HR and the fucking CFO and CC me. The fucking CFO. Yeah, she's 100% being pressured.
She doesn't want the heat. What's the worst that can happen? I get fucking fired? Yeah, sometimes circumcising yourself works out in the end. I'm sorry, but I commute over 30 miles, and the location at which I live got a lot of snow yesterday and last night. The roads may be safe, as you say, but that's a huge risk for me. But that is still a huge risk for me. If by unfortunate circumstance I am involved in an accident, I no longer have a means to get to the office on ideal weather condition days. That's the wording I want. It seems a little... I'm just going to put absurd. It seems a little absurd for me to have to put myself and my only means of commuting at risk today when I have the capability of working from home without issue. I mean, I don't know what other I don't know what other word to use. Irresponsible. I need to make it clear that it's like, I don't have an issue driving this. I'm perfectly capable of driving in the worst fucking conditions possible. I don't trust everybody else. That's my thing. I have no issues driving in terrible conditions. I grew up in worse conditions. I don't trust everyone else's capabilities on the road here. It seems a little irresponsible for me to have to put myself and my only means of transport at risk today when I have the capability of working from home without issue. First, I will be risking my vehicle and potentially my life. Second, I will have a profound effect on my morale in the workspace. Third, I will be actively finding a 21st century working environment due to this. Should I put that? I don't think I should put that, because I'm almost positive they'll just cut me. They'll just be like, okay, bye. I'm not trying to get fired. I'm just trying not to go into the office. I thought that's what we were doing. I mean, your statement is not wrong at all. Like, if they're going to make me going to the office, that is going to permanently ruin my morale at this company forever. There's no going back at that point. No, alpha males are fucking betas, dude. If you identify as an alpha male, you're a bitch. Got him. Who the fuck refers to themselves as an alpha? That's dumb as fuck. Who refers to themselves as an alpha male? I'm a fucking alpha. Okay. Sure you are. Sure you are. All I do is see red. Is that a stripper pole in the background? Yeah, that's my stripper pole in the background. Should I just say, like, I will respectfully... I was like, I'm not trying to be problematic here, but I will be working from home today because it seems irresponsible. What you described is Sigma. Ooh. You're gonna tell a mod to fuck off? That's ballsy, dude. That's balls. I respect it. I respect the balls. I respect the level of balls. Does your fucking waist hurt from fucking carrying those giant nuts around, dude? Jesus. Is that what an alpha is? Fuck. Maybe this guy's alpha. Bro, tell us. They do hurt. That's because you're not getting them fucking drained. You gotta get those babies drained. He stays. Nice. Like, kids got gusto, dude. Oh, yeah, trust me, he doesn't. None of us know it. Having huge... I'm glad I don't have huge balls, bro. Having huge balls would be a burden. I'm sending it. Oh, I hate myself. They're gonna fire me. They're gonna fire me. They're gonna fucking fire me. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get fucking fired. Oh my god, I'm gonna get fired. Oh, that email sucked. All right, I do have to. It is 9. I do have to go now, and log into this thing I call work. Watch them, dude. How much do you want to bet? They're gonna have. Thank God the IT girls love me. They're definitely gonna fucking just hound my. They're gonna be watching my fucking computer all goddamn day, dude. There we go. Fucking. I love a good stripper life. God, that email sucked to send. Holy shit. Well, I send it. Copy it. Where's my Outlook on my phone? Email? Outlook. They have breached the mainframe. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's like, what are they gonna do? Yeah, they can fire me. It's weird that it's kind of weird that I had to CC the fucking CFO. That's a little weird. All right. Anyway, no bullshit, no excuses to get it done. Suck the day's dick. Gawk, gawk. What am I doing tomorrow? Posing. I think I'm gonna do a pump and pose thing tomorrow. I might feel up to that tomorrow. We'll see. It could be another one of these things. I don't fucking know. All right. Stay spicy, bitches. Bye.